Everybody, this is Dipen Mashru from DMTI Soft Pro, and today we have in conversation with I'm in conversation with Mr. Ajay Chhabria. Mr. Ajay Chhabria is from Intime Travels, one of the leading travel companies in Mumbai. A very prominent travel agent with very high net worth individual clients. And also on his client list, there are a lot of industrialists, there are a lot of well-known personalities from the Bollywood industry, and a very good personal friend of mine also. So I thought that today was the right time to. I got him online after, even though he is not working, it's still a very difficult person to catch hold of, right? So I finally got hold of him and said, let's discuss about this. Since I think we all are in the same boat. So I just wanted to know about the travel industry. Uh, so as
Thanks
you
so much, Dipen, for having me. Looking forward to this chat.
great. As you know, Ajay, that we have now launched our online course also, and you'll be surprised to know that almost 25% of my students are from the travel industry.
Wow,
Right. In
that's
fact,
good.
they all know you very well. So later on I'll give you the list of those people who are online with.
Wonderful.
Right. So as we all know that we all are going through a lockdown phase. Most of the businesses are badly affected. So what is the status of the travel industry as of today?
So the travel industry is going through some tremendously terrible phase, as we all know, because obviously flights are not operating, people are not taking off from anywhere. They're barely able to arrange trains for people to go from one
Hmm.
state to the other. So
Hmm.
a large part of the travel industry is definitely not going to be anything easy until July and probably August first week because of the
Hmm.
restrictions that we are going to be facing right now for a while. Also,
Hmm.
the client, the end user is extremely panicky. He's in a situation where he doesn't trust his travels anymore. He's not
Hmm.
too sure because a large number of the infection has actually traveled from place to place. So
Correct.
so there's a lot of fear in the travel industry going on regarding how the client is going to react once this entire phase of is over. So basically, so we'll only know later as to how it's going to eventually pop out. So right now the travel industry is under tremendous fear because we're hoping that we'll get to see positive signs from the clients. Though I must say that we have a lot of corporate clients who already started to call and ask us regarding their trips, and many people need to be in Australia anyhow. They need to be in the US as well.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we are getting all those kind of inquiries, but until flights start, there's nothing happening at all, completely.
Yeah, because as per the reports, what I've heard is that at least corporate air travel should resume quite soon. So that's I think that's a small silver lining in the dark
True,
clouds.
true.
So in the last 3 to 4 months, you must have seen a lot of cancellations happening. People canceling the flights, their hotel bookings, etc. So how are you managing all that?
So we've had some uh, uh, tremendous back and forth calls trying to recover money for every client of ours, and I would say
Hmm.
we've been successful 95% of the time, and we have managed to get back. So
Oh, that's brilliant.
most of the airlines have actually allowed the client to use the money over a span of 1 year. Some even have allowed for
Hmm.
2 years, and
Okay.
most of the clients who did not trust the airline wanted the money back. The
Hmm.
airline was willing to refund the money back as well, but they were of course
Hmm.
going to charge a cancellation fee, and the clients were okay with that as well. So we've done everything under the sun to make sure that we could get our clients um, uh, entire funds back as much as we could. Of course, a lot of the hotel bookings that we did make for
Hmm.
Germany and Turkey, and because we had groups going to all these places already for the vacation,
Hmm. Hmm.
the hotels have not been entirely cooperative because
Hmm.
there are all these bookings are for June, and then they are pretending that things are going to be fine in June, so we are not going to refund anything. And if at
Correct.
all, we will only allow you to use the money after until a year. But
Hmm.
it's very difficult because so we are still waiting for those things to happen post May 15th after the lockdown is over, so that we know exactly where we stand, where the
Right.
flights are, and everything. From that point of view.
Exactly. Great. That's good. I mean, that's the that 95% of the clients have got some kind of refunds back or some kind of guarantees from airlines. That's good to hear.
In fact, I must tell you one more thing, that this whole incident of COVID also got a lot of our clients coming back to us because they
Mm-hmm.
realized that, when they had booked tickets online, many of them did not get the kind of service they expected. They did not, they were made to hold on calls for 4 hours, whereas we travel
Mm-hmm.
agents were always around and our staff was always pushing and trying to get their work done. They knew they had someone they could reach out to on WhatsApp. They knew someone they could talk to. So I felt, I mean, it feels it's a very
Mm-hmm.
heavy price to pay, but it's at least endearing to see that at least your clients have faith in the travel agents all over again. So that's a big plus point so far. Everything else, of
Right.
course, we've made tremendous losses. That, of course, that, but at least
Mm.
this was like, this is what has made all of us agents very happy, at least.
Right. So, what have been you all been doing in lockdown period? You travel agents, what have been guys doing?
So there have been a lot of webinars and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of webinars, a lot of WhatsApp kind of information, kind of chats, which is
Mm-hmm.
wherein we've been where we blocked the chats for about 6 hours per
Mm-hmm.
wholesaler, and then they've been having their kind of sessions trying to educate us. So other
Mm-hmm.
than us taking up the education of places that we already don't know of, there are some places in the world even we've not been to, so we are
Mm-hmm.
focusing on that right now. Then we are
Right.
also making our staff join up on all these links so that they can learn as well while they are sitting at home. Because obviously we are paying them a salary. So, we
Mm-hmm.
want them to work, why not, from home. So we're just trying to educate ourselves and get ourselves to be a little more educated right now about the
Mm.
places that we don't know. And there are some things which are constantly opening new in every place as well.
Mm.
So trying to update ourselves on that front.
So, do you see once the lockdown lifts, do you see these hotel industry? Do you see these travel portals? Do you see these various people associated with the travel industry going really all out on the digital channel to promote these products at a very good
So
discounts?
digital is the way ahead in life now. In fact, they need to take it up for sure now. In fact, honestly, I mean, you're very soon going to have people only trusting that medium only because also of the fact that they have so much of time on hand and they want to now
Mm.
focus and learn new places. So they have to go. There is no other way but that. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people will have to do a lot of I'm sorry. So people will have to do a lot of sprucing up and marketing
Mm.
themselves online and making their brands known all over the world. Like we ourselves in our organization are
Mm-hmm.
every day trying to send out one WhatsApp broadcast to everybody, or like
Mm-hmm.
a digital video or a digital kind of thing, just to promote our in-time travels, just so that
Mm.
a new place, it could be a new new location. It could be new laws of the airlines now after
Mm.
the COVID. So we're just trying to keep the industry name alive so that people are awake
Mm.
to see that, okay, I mean, as long as in time travels is still there, from that point of view.
Yeah, so basically, in fact, as I said before, I have a lot of students from the travel industry who have joined my online digital marketing course, and they have been doing a lot of digital marketing themselves, but now they want to learn it in a more professional way, more in-depth knowledge they want to have. In fact, one of my students was already handling the digital marketing for his company, but he said he wanted to learn it in a much more in-depth manner and a structured manner.
Mhm.
And for those who don't know, Ajay himself is a very big digital influencer, I would call it. He is very active on the social media, and he has created a personal brand which resonates with who he is, and also that has translated into a lot of people joining him, becoming his clients, and so that's something which I think a lot of travel agents, a lot of travel companies need to learn, is that basically how to brand themselves online. So, what are your views on that?
So, it's a simple funda. Jo dikta
Hmm.
hai, wo bikta hai. I mean, that's a very simple, clear
Absolutely.
funda. So
Hmm.
today, what happens is, I mean, you could very well be sitting in your office and putting an ad in the midday
Hmm. Hmm.
or the Times of India in the classified, and having
Hmm.
your work from there. Or
Hmm.
alternatively, you can go all out by using the mediums today to
Hmm.
showcase everything onto the open world for everybody. It could be Facebook, Instagram, depending on what
Hmm.
you choose. So digitally is only the way forward now. So because even ideally, I mean, a lot of old ways of putting in ads is gone now. So
Hmm.
right now, people don't have a choice but to showcase themselves. So today, I started marketing myself as Intime Travels. Slowly, I
Hmm.
started marketing myself as with my own name, Ajay Chhabria. And then I'm
Hmm.
using all the platforms to just see how I can generate interest from people to at
Hmm.
least come to us and talk about travel and the things they'd like to do,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
so many
Hmm.
multiple ways. That's the only way we are trying to use. I mean, because now what happens is, gone are the days where people would open a newspaper and read. Now
That's
everything's on the
gone.
phone.
Yes.
Everything's
Yes.
on the phone. Okay, all the newspapers have apps on the phone, so everything's on the phone. You're on Instagram probably throughout the day at every small interval of half an hour, maybe at times. It could just be a glimpse, but you're there. It could be Facebook, you're just for 20 minutes after every 20 minutes, but you're just for a glimpse. So, you
Right.
can't not make yourself seen everywhere. You basically need yourself to be seen everywhere.
Yeah, because as the latest indicators are coming in that India already has the largest youngest population in the world. These
Definitely.
guys are always on the internet. They don't read newspapers. Instagram has already crossed the 1 billion user mark. Already have 100 million images uploaded on Instagram every single day.
Yeah, true,
And
true.
a lot of people discover new products. A lot of discover new companies to deal with through the internet portals, right? I mean, a lot of them go to Instagram. They see ads of or they see updates and posts of even businesses they don't know about, and
Totally.
that's how they eventually buy from those companies.
In fact, I don't know if you read an article which was coming up on one of the news one of the days, that the only
Hmm.
way to keep India happy and safe in their homes is to give them a phone and give them internet. Give them internet. That's it. So that
Yeah.
just goes to show that everybody's so hooked on to it that once you have the media with you, I mean whatever, you don't want to get out of the house. You're just happy being on your phone. Then you
Yes.
get the world news. That's kind of thing.
So basically, any student, any person who comes to me and who says that he or she is not really sure of learning digital marketing, I normally just ask them two questions. Basically, first question is, are you ready to take your smartphone and smash it to pieces and promise never to buy a smartphone for the rest of your life? Or
That's
simply, or simply go
that's
home, take a scissor and cut off your internet connection and never go for a new internet connection. If you can do that,
that's
then
true.
I would say that digital marketing is dead.
Totally,
So
totally. That's true. That's true.
right. So what would where do you see the travel industry in the next 12 months?
So we're going to be really having to struggle for sure. I won't deny it's not going to be a cakewalk for sure, unless something super happens wherein the whole
Hmm.
industry just wakes up and suddenly just sees the whole world waking up, say, "Oh, I want to travel, I want to get out." I don't think that's
Hmm.
going to happen. But I see Diwali as the season where a lot of the families will get the courage to start thinking of traveling. If
Hmm.
it would be maybe 5 out of 50, but it would be a start for sure. But
Hmm.
whereas when it comes to a larger number of travel, where it comes to vacation, this whole frustration of being at home in 2020, I think 2021 is going to see a huge boom for sure. So I mean,
Absolutely.
so we're all very hopeful and very
Hmm.
eagerly waiting for the next year. Right now,
Right.
all of us are in the travel industry have
Hmm.
mentally prepared ourselves that look, there's nothing going to happen. So chill and put up
Yeah.
your feet and
Trust
just
me, it's
relax.
everywhere. It's everywhere. The
Yeah.
same
So
scenario everywhere.
yeah, but of course, I won't deny that a lot of our industry is under tremendous pressure because we have
Hmm.
staff salaries, we have electricity bills to pay, we have to run our own houses. So things
Right.
are very difficult for all of us. But I think we'll try through it. I'm sure because
Hmm.
we're all very strong people, and I think we should make it. It should
Hmm.
be good eventually in the long run.
Great. So also, I know one thing good about you is that you always like to give good advice to fellow travel agents who are maybe new in the industry or maybe they are just not really sure of the industry. I have seen you personally also help a lot of travel agents become quite successful. So, as the a message, as the last message to these travel agents, uh, what would you suggest them to do right now? I mean, it's basically, what would you suggest that, okay, tomorrow will come, tomorrow will become better for everybody of us. But till in the meantime, what would you advise them to do?
So I personally would advise one thing that look, this year is really gone. Okay, it's really bad, but this is the
Hmm,
time to utilize our free time to put our travel agencies up on
hmm,
the world map. And the only way
right.
of doing that is to digitally and take it up there. It could be Instagram, it could be Facebook, it could be YouTube, making videos,
Hmm,
anything. So basically, we need
hmm,
to empower ourselves with this for sure. I, for one, honestly, is even though I feel I'm great at it, but I'm still going to approach you because for a mini
exactly.
course, well, I need to do this. I mean, I myself need to see. We need to update
Hmm,
ourselves all the time. We're not
correct.
able to just. It's not easy to just sit at home and say I know everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm, hmm,
So
hmm.
basically, I mean, it is the way ahead, and if the only way, if you want your brand to be seen up there, so we need to utilize this 2020 as a year to put our brand up there so that people can get to see you. So when they build up the
Yes.
courage in 2021 to start traveling, they're going to think of your company and your organization. So
Yeah,
that's
because if you're not in front of people either online, and before it was offline, they're not going to remember you when they actually go ahead and want to make a booking.
absolutely, absolutely.
So to make them really basically is simple brand awareness, brand
Definitely.
recall, and providing some quality content. It could be anything based on the travel industry. Provide some quality content for people to consume online, so that to next time when they actually want to go ahead and do a booking, they can trust your knowledge, they trust your commitment to the industry, and then they come ahead and do a booking for you. So
Absolutely.
great. Any last messages from the desk of In Time
Huh,
Travel?
that I all I can say is like hang on. I mean, like I have a line which is being used on my in time right now. The world is healing, so keep your travel
Yes,
plans alive. So I've been
correct.
using that regularly to for every post that I put in there. Like the world is healing, keep your travel plans alive. So
Yes,
I would
yes.
like to tell everybody in the world, just keep your travel plans alive. Everything's gonna happen. Save up all your money because you're eventually going to see a lot more of the world for sure. Of course, this has been a bad 2020, but
Hopefully at a cheaper prices also.
of course, the cheaper prices as well. Fingers crossed. I think it's going to be a super 2021. As of now, just yes, fingers crossed. It's going to be great eventually.
Yes. So the final, I would say that stay cool, stay calm, stay focused, stay updated, and try to stay online.
You said it. You absolutely said it. You nailed it.
Great. Chala,
Perfect.
great talking to you, and
Great. Great.
I hope that as soon as the lockdown lifts, we can get together and
Definitely.
talk further.
Done. Done. Looking
Chala.
forward.
Thanks,
Done.
Ajay. Have a
Okay.
nice
Thanks.
day,
Thank
and
you.
let's catch up later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.